Here we have the all-new 2021 Lexus LC500 Convertible. And this drop top comes in the beautiful infrared on black perforated leather interior. And the powertrain consists of a 5-liter naturally aspirated V8, made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission, putting out 471 horsepower. Just a beautiful car. So as you get to the front end here, you have your LED headlamps along with your LED daytime running lights. And then down here we have 21-inch aluminum wheels. Of course, you get your passive keyless entry. And here are the controls for your power door locks, windows, and mirrors, as well as your power folding mirrors. And those have blind spot monitors in them as well. The memory seating controls here. And there's your power driver seat with power lumbar support. A nice little jump seat back here. Let's go ahead and look at the trunk space. So a pretty decent sized room with the top down. You could fit several bags in here. There's a look at the back end there. Of course, you have your LED tail lamps along with the dual exhaust. And there's your power passenger seat with power lumbar support. But next we're gonna go ahead and take a look at what's under the hood. And there's that 5-liter V8 there. Now we'll go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So a really nice leather wrap steering wheel here. Of course, you have your paddle shifters behind. Then over to the radio. So here's your navigation screen here. And of course you have plenty of options, including your AM, FM, XM radio. You even get a CD drive on this one. Then you have your Bluetooth audio as well as your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility. And there's your backup camera there. And then you have dual zone automatic climate controls here, which you have an auto mode, and then of course you can dial the temperature, fan speed, all of that. It looks really sleek. But you have the Mark Levinson sound system, of course, along with HD radio, and there's that disc drive I was talking about. Nice little cup holder that's hidden. Looks really nice when it's hidden. And here's a little mouse pad to go through your radio. That's how I was doing all that earlier. And you got your tune, your seek track, radio, media, and then the volume power knob here. But this shifter is actually pretty interesting. So as you can see from the diagram below, to put it in neutral, you just slap it over and hold it. To put it in reverse, you pull to the left and then push up. And to put it in drive, you push to the left, push down. And then to put it in manual mode, you just tap it down while in drive. And then you press P to put it in park. Of course, you have your brake hold here, which you can toggle on and off. And then to open the center console cubby, just pull up here. And there's a view of the back seat from up here. And then over here you have the controls to go through your gauge cluster. Then you have your volume controls, Bluetooth controls, and then on the right side of the steering wheel you can toggle your lane keeping assist, the gap adjust for your radar cruise control, and then you can go through track list or presets here and then go through the modes by hitting mode, and you can go through XM, AM, FM. And then of course your drive modes you can adjust here between Sport Plus, Sport, Comfort, Eco. And we'll test that out on the test drive. And then your heads-up display, get a good view of it. There it is right there. There's your push button start. Before we take a look at the key fob, we're just gonna look at the vehicle with the top up. But there's your key fob there. And now we're gonna go ahead and take this LC500 out on the road for a quick test drive. So really good sound coming from the car overall, even in comfort mode. Still has plenty of pickup. So the exhaust definitely sounds just a tad more aggressive in normal mode as opposed to comfort. And this is probably where you'll want to drive it, just driving around town, because it's still really peppy on throttle. Nice ride quality from the suspension. But I'm gonna go ahead and put it into Sport Plus mode now. And we're gonna go ahead and engage the paddle shifters merging on the interstate. Let's go ahead and see what this thing can do. Really quick shifts. Well, that's really impressive. And it really just sounds so fantastic. And surprisingly, with the top up, just coming down the interstate here, not a lot of wind noise protruding in the cabin, which is really, really impressive. And that exhaust just, it sounds so great. I'm gonna dial it back into eco mode now. And in eco mode, I can already tell just how quiet it is in the cabin. And just how limited the power output is. And in eco mode, still has plenty of pickup. But if you're not trying to impress anybody, this is really good if you're concerned about just saving fuel. But most of you want to use this on the interstate when cruising. Yeah, in Sport and Sport Plus mode, this car just sounds so incredible. It drives so great. And you still have that luxurious feel. Like the ride isn't super stiff or anything like that. It's just really, really refined, really sporty, but still comfortable. This is just really fun. So one thing I didn't get to touch on was the radar cruise control, but if you've seen any of my other reviews of the tons of Toyotas I've done, pretty similar, just as good. So you're not gonna have any issue there. Radar cruise control is really, really good on the newer Toyotas and Lexus. And this is going to bring me to an end of my review of the 2021 Lexus LC500 Convertible.